In a family that specialized in brute force over the years, perhaps no one better personified this than Rodney Anawai, nephew to the Wild Samoans, better known to the WWE Universe as the mighty Yokozuna. The family's first world heavyweight champion, Yokozuna arrived to WWE in the fall of 1992. An imposing behemoth, to say the least, Yokozuna would make an immediate statement, winning the 1993 Royal Rumble just a few months after his debut. This victory would grant him a WWE champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an event of international magnitude. Photographers from around the world as they are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji is the champion from Polynesia Islands, weighing 550 pounds, Yokozuna!
One thing, Corey, he's 5. Listen to this! What a phenomenal ovation for the WWE Champion!
His opponent, coming down the aisle with his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, from Venice Beach, California, weighing in 302 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan!
You can feel this.
Social media is buzzing, as it always is when this title is defended.
Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring, 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed, the last time these two shared a ring, it was disastrous for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge to Hogan on behalf of his client, and 22 seconds later, Hogan was the new WWE Champion.
But that night was mired in controversy as Yokozuna had just been to battle with Bret Hart to win the title. This is going to answer a lot of questions from WrestleMania 9. This is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and we're going to find out who's the true champion.
Hulk Hogan, a 5-time champion now. This is his first title defense.
The Hulkster spent the last 2 months in Hollywood due to prior commitments, but you've got to understand that Hulk never expected to be WWE Champion coming out of WrestleMania.
Well, now that Hogan has emerged from his paradise, the gravity of this situation with Yokozuna is going to hit him like thunder.
We know the sold-out crowd here in Dayton is firmly behind the Hulkster. Hogan is relying on the fans. He wants to hear them cheer. He wants to draw strength from all of them.
But Yokozuna is completely focused. He has not taken his eyes off Hogan since the bell rang. He is ready, believe me. So much force there.
This is an event of international magnitude. Byron, photographers from around the world, including a large contingent from Japan, are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
A lot of pressure on the former champion. There is no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can return to Japan.
Byron with a straight shot there, answering back.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground. Just teeing off with that fight forever.
Michael Cole alongside Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring, 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed. From the top.
Oh, big impact.
Shows you how committed this competitor is to winning the title.
Oh, target of the arm. This is an event of international magnitude. Byron, photographers from around the world, including a large contingent from Japan, are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
A lot of pressure on the former champion. There is no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can return to Japan and lose face.
And the Hulkster may have some self-imposed pressure. He not only wants to win, he stated that he wants to pick up the 550-pound Yokozuna and slam the Giant's carcass through the ring.
And Yokozuna just loves backing Hogan into a corner like this. Relentless domination of the champion.
And Mr. Fuji looking on with much approval. There's no mistaking what that sinister smile of his means.
We know the sold-out crowd here in Dayton is firmly behind the Hulkster. Hogan is relying on the fans. He wants to hear them cheer. He wants to draw strength from all of them.
But Yokozuna is completely focused. He has not taken his eyes off Hogan since the bell rang. He is ready, believe me. Clawing at the opponent's face.
Ripping at the eyes. Bombastic claims coming out of both camps coming into this one, gentlemen.
Hogan has claimed in interviews that he will slam Yokozuna's carcass straight through the ring so hard that it will cause a worldwide earthquake.
Meanwhile, Yokozuna has kept his comments brief, saying, quote, Hulkamania will die. Hogan, you're going down.
We'll see which man's predictions come to fruition as this match rolls on. He's heading to the outside. Better watch.
Oh, no. Fail hold applied. This is not good for the Hulkster.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Taking flight. Whoa, look out. That's going to be on highlight reels for a long time.
Incredible courage to even attempt that.
Whip back into the ring. Can we talk about Yokozuna's meteoric rise in WWE? He's accomplished quite a lot in a short amount of time.
Just look at the man's track record at major events. He made his premium event debut with a quick...
Yoko now. Belly-to-belly slam.
That's got to be the end of Hulkamania.
Jimmy Hart trying to rally. And a kick out by Hogan with authority.
Hulk Hogan's not done yet. Hulk Hogan is coming alive.
Yokozuna back to his feet. Big chop to Hogan. And Hogan's starting to hulk up here.
How many times have we seen this over the years?
These massive strikes from Yokozuna having absolutely no effect on Hogan.
Hogan fired up. Hogan's ready to go.
Hogan feeding off the energy of all the Hulkamaniacs.
And here comes Hulk. And Yokozuna being backed up to the ropes. Big boot.
I can't believe Yokozuna's still standing.
Hogan continuing to pour on the offense. A second big boot, but Yoko still on his feet.
Don't let up, Hulkster. Keep swinging, keep firing away.
That boot, Yoko staggering, stunning, and he's down.
Drop the leg, Hogan, drop the leg.
Hogan, leg drop. Here's the cover on Yoko, who kicked out of the leg drop.
What? Get Mr. Fuji out of there. Hogan feeding off the energy. Wait a minute. What is that photographer doing on the apron?
There's a match going on. What the heck?
What was that?
What in the world just happened here?
Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning Uranagi. Oh! Yokozuna demonstrating his full power. Hogan's in trouble.
The big man, Yokozuna. Massive big leg drop.
Attacks like that are why Yokozuna elicits such...
Has the champ pinned. Is this it?
And Yokozuna is once again champion.
I can't believe it.
The winner of this bout, and new WWE Champion, Yokozuna.
We have the official word. Yokozuna is indeed the new WWE Champion. We may have just witnessed the end of Hulkamania, gentlemen.
Our next chapter sees the showcase spotlight shine on an area in which the family built their legacy: tag team wrestling. Starting with the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, all the way through to more recent champions like the Usos or Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. This dynasty has always excelled in tag team competition, consistently showing an ability to dominate the division with a wide variety of looks. And the
one of the toughest teams in WWE history.
Nearly 600 pounds of pure savagery.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Alpha at a combined weight of 565 pounds, Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
Fair warning, this one may not be too pretty, guys.
You talk about rugged individuals. These are two tag teams that can really bring the fight to anyone that steps in their path.
Yeah, there's about to be a...
The Steiner brothers getting a tremendous ovation here in their first WrestleMania. And we'll see if they can carry on Michigan's winning ways.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 531 pounds, Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers.
The Steiner brothers are one of the most promising tag teams we've ever seen in WWE.
But Samu and Fatu are looking to stomp out any of that promise right here at WrestleMania.
Let me warn the WWE Universe right now. This is going to be a brutal match. Just two heavy-hitting tag teams going at it. Physical, smash-mouth wrestling. And like Saxton said, it won't be pretty at all.
WrestleMania 9 rolling on with a potential show-stealing match, guys. Two very hungry tag teams facing off.
Indeed, Michael, the Head Shrinkers and Steiner brothers are both new to the tag division in WWE, but both teams are off to an amazing start so far.
You have to imagine whichever team wins this high-profile fight becomes an instant top contender for the tag team championship. And with two teams this physical on such a big stage, it is indeed going to be a fight.
Wow.
Just ruthless.
The Head Shrinkers and Steiners are two of the brightest young teams in WWE, but they both come to this match with a few years of experience in WCW.
The Steiner brothers earned many tag accolades in WCW, but Rick and Scott have their share of singles titles too.
Meanwhile, Samu and Fatu were never quite able to break through before WWE. You know that has to serve as motivation for the Head Shrinkers tonight.
And that will slow Rick for the moment.
Samu making an example of his opponent.
I've seen Samu and Fatu headbutt each other during matches. If they do that to their own flesh and blood, who knows what they'll do to the Steiners?
It's just a byproduct of the brutal take-no-prisoners offense of the Head Shrinkers, Byron. These guys will bite, scratch, and claw their way to a win. Rulebook be damned.
And with Rick and Scott coming from an amateur collegiate background, they might be a bit more hesitant to bend the rules. Hopefully the Steiners can adapt, and fast. WrestleMania 9 shaping up to be a big night in the tag division, guys.
Indeed it is, Michael. Two great young teams competing now. And later tonight, none other than Hulk Hogan will lead the Mega Maniacs against Money Inc. for the tag team titles.
Odds makers in Nevada have the smart money on Hulk Hogan leaving Vegas with the gold tonight.
Tag made.
He is still very much in this.
Look at that counter from Samu.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Oh my gosh, with one hand.
Before this match began, you heard the Steiner speak backstage. Scott saying, quote, "Me and my brother are going to go out with a game plan and do what we do best, and that's wrestle."
That's all well and good for the Steiner brothers, but Alpha has gone on record saying that his men are looking to tear Rick and Scott's heads off.
Punch straight to the face, stays off the attack.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Back body drop. Batu trying to ramp things up.
Fatu fears no man.
Boom, what impact. As we find ourselves surrounded by all this pageantry, do you think either of these teams is feeling the pressure of their first WrestleMania?
I can tell you that.
And there goes Steiner sent outside the ring.
Fatu like a one-man wrecking machine right now, cleaning house.
Oh, look at this, the power by Scott Steiner.
But the tag was made and Scott not aware.
Big kick.
Scott Steiner did not see the blind tag made by Samu.
Oh, this is not looking good for Steiner.
And this is what the head shrinkers do. Top-tier tag team wrestling. Steiner didn't see the tag, decided to hot dog around, and got a foot in the face for it.
Goodness gracious. And we are really seeing the amazing skill sets of all four men in this tag team showcase.
Well, we already knew about the brawling of the head shrinkers and the grappling of the Steiners, but men as big as these four behemoths should not be able to fly around the ring like they have thus.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Turns it around and has the pin. He could have had this wrapped up. Not sure why he let up.
Oh, man.
From the top. Completely missed the mark there.
There's a takedown reversal. Belly-to-belly suplex.
Scott covers, shoulders down. Still in it with a quick kick out.
Shrugging off the pin like it's nothing, and after this match is already gone for so long.
Boom! Drop right across the neck.
He tags out.
Oh, Steiner fell right into that one. Oh, that knee rocked him. He's headed to the top now.
Taking flight.
Down with the elbow. And that blow has him wavering.
At this point in the match, I say make the tag and recover as much as you can. Somebody stop this competitor. A bit of provocation from Samu.
He pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Getting set up in the corner now.
One step ahead there. Clothesline.
Uh-oh.
Vicious headbutt. And he's busted open. We need to get the doctors out here quick.
Oh, well scouted by Steiner.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Manages to slip out of the way.
DDT!
Samu avoids that one. Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
Shoulder tackle. At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Yeah, this tag team match has seen its fair share of tide changes, and it's not over yet.
Placing him in the corner.
He's in a bad spot on that turnbuckle.
Position at top rope, heading up there. This is not going to be good.
Could be catastrophic.
Superplex!
Samu scales all the way up top. Flying.
The splash connects!
And the head shrinkers just might have it.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. Nothing fancy there.
Ooh! Ouch! Great ring awareness saved him.
Down by the DDT.
Oh, man, he is fired up now.
Gets driven into the corner.
Got out of there at the perfect time.
What a collision!
Hard to imagine there's much left in the tank.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing it all here.
Boom! What a right! Samu gets stymied. Hard into the corner.
Man, did you see the whiplash off the turnbuckles?
Ripped in the hard way. Tag made.
And writhing in pain, trying to find an escape.
The bear hug cinched in. Gotta find a way out and catch your breath.
Look at this, no quit whatsoever. Raining down elbows and escaping the bear hug. Ooh, kick to the face. Oh my gosh, with one hand. Getting him right into the corner. Here's the tag. Tandem offense on the horizon here. They have their opponent.
Oh, face first.
That's it. No way the Steiners come back now.
Here's the pin.
Keeps his team in this one. And now he's looking to lock in this submission. Camel clutch putting pressure on the spine. This would humble anyone.
It's locked in so tight.
He submits. He taps out.
Here are your winners, Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
A shrinkers tonight.
Samu and Fatu making their family proud and proving themselves as top contenders in the tag division.
Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hurst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hurst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday. And he's taking the risk, stepping in here against the newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hurst Helmsley.
You win this title, you are primed for big things.
The Intercontinental Championship is on the line here between two superstars who don't have anything nice to say about one another. The challenger, Rocky Maivia, and our current champion, Hunter Hurst Helmsley.
Well, Helmsley is our champion for a reason. He's a cut above the rest, a higher class of in-ring competitor. This Rocky Maivia guy should learn his place and respect his betters.
Well, that attitude is exactly why Maivia is so eager to go after Helmsley and his title. He wants to prove Helmsley is just a snide and arrogant blowhard who doesn't deserve to be champion.
Only one of these men will leave this ring our Intercontinental Champion. This should be a memorable match.
Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident words from Hunter Hurst Helmsley. Not sure how relevant his timepiece is to this match, though, Corey.
It isn't relevant. I just wanted to share an example of how far ahead in the game of life Helmsley is.
Cobra clutch cinched in. The Cobra clutch is in.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Helmsley has the momentum against him here.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now. If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big attacks until Helmsley collapses under the onslaught.
It's a bold strategy that will take everything the young Maivia's got, but you're right. It could be his best path to his first championship win. And conspicuous by his absence is the butler of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who has been intervening in matches as of late. Who knows if he might show up. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line here between two superstars who don't have anything nice to say about one another. The challenger, Rocky Maivia, and our current champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Well, Helmsley is our champion for a reason. He's a cut above the rest, a higher class of in-ring competitor. This Rocky Maivia guy should learn his play.
Cobra clutch, torturing their opponent. And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Targeting the arm with a big stomp.
Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
Heading for the top rope, looking for something big here.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Hunter is getting dominated.
Maivia keeps bringing the energy, and Helmsley has no answer. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all. Schoolboy into the pin.
Rope break, so the pin's called off. Rocky beats him to the punch. Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. you can think of him as the first boss.
Uh-oh, somebody call the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steel.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Really wrenching it.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is all perched up top,
Brace for this impact!
like a guillotine.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
George beats him to the punch. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One male based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
And into the turnbuckle he goes. Trapped in the corner, unleashing the headbutts, bludgeoning their opponent.
But it was being held back with each of those strikes.
Stiff headbutt. Well, George has certainly seen better days. The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before, and it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia's prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Oh, my goodness. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Oh, cheap shot right above the eye. And no two ways about it. That move was just dirty.
Merciless move, bashing your opponent's head like that.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of mountain. Oh, man! Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. Maivia with a plan in mind. Backbreaker, good grief. Maivia can taste it now.
And into the cover. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morgan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And there will be a coronation. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jack's just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
Hoisted all the way up and down.
You have to question what kind of malintent is behind a powerbomb with that much force. An unyielding showing of authority, no two ways about it.
The kick connects. Oh!
Heading back into the ring now. She heads out of the ring.
Needs to mind the official count. Wait for it. Boom! Alabama slam.
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade. Boot right to the throat, and Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight.
And she's sent right into that corner.
Textbook scoop slam.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the Irresistible Force likes.
Turn Nia Jax around there.
At last, Lyra keeping that string of offense in check.
The U-turn Valkyria needed in this match could have been that right there.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Oh, sent straight into the corner hard.
Look at this. Placed in the tree of woe.
Stuck in the tree of woe.
They are doing whatever they please. Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years. Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE,
is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi.
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnakes music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made 2 mistakes. 1, trying to end Austin's life. And 2, not being man enough to finish the job.
Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life and said he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the top. Whoa, what a landing!
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Lethal combination. That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
Snapmare takedown.
Oh, strong knee connects.
Calculating the next move here.
My goodness!
And then look at that! And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
I have no clue how much lawn work needs to be done in this one, but we have a shovel now.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, let's go into Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold.
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the rattlesnake, because we know Austin will not stay down. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Heading to ringside now. Oh, taking that hockey stick right to the head.
Mercilessly attacking over and over with no remorse. This kind of brutality is sickening.
The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success.
Oh, man, Rikishi is a man on a mission now.
Oh, the reversal by Rikishi.
And that might be the momentum swing Rikishi needed.
Could be the exact U-turn Rikishi needed in this match.
And I just cannot see any legitimate reason to over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Not looking good in this position. Can Austin weather this storm, guys?
Rikishi with an onslaught here against him. Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Sent straight into the barricade. Rikishi's grabbing a hold.
Oh, man!
Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Shoulders down, this might do it.
He breaks the ref's count before 2.
Still has a great amount of fight in them. Not going to let it end like this.
Boot to the mush. Effective way to counter any attack. Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over the top. You gotta be kidding me. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
Now clearing the announce desk. This isn't going to end well.
Caught in a bad spot. Oh, strong impact.
Guys, we should really watch out. This could spill over here in an instant.
Any and all momentum has been taken from Austin, but you can never count Austin out. Ooh, great anticipation. And Rikishi really has become himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I'll have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
Chop.
Shows.
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now
Oh,
steel
no.
chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin going to deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough for it. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Nice job dodging contact there.
Rikishi driver. Rikishi got all of it.
Shoulders down. Oh, he was almost finished.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone Cold.
Man, might be.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Fading, fading. All the force and pressure of this. And breaks out of the sleeper. Scooped up. Here it comes. Rikishi. Driver.
And Austin is out.
There's 2. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this fight, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
Looking at the champion, I guarantee there is no doubt in their mind as to who is leaving this match with the title around their waist.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
As Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
From the top!
Look out below!
You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense, but I can't say it didn't pay off.
Hey, let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind to John Cena. He lost his championship a year ago at this same event.
A mental hurdle Cena needs to overcome for sure. But the past is the past. I think John has a much bigger distraction in front of him right now.
And you just see Cena's legs bend awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with the from the top.
Good Lord, taking flight.
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
In control.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat from the top. What? The airtime, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
That is the confidence of John Cena. The confidence you have when you are the face that runs the place.
Boom! Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey, and his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
And Cena's starting to falter here.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now. Cena doing what he can to... No signs of either combatant backing down.
Oh, what a response.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
Oh, ouch. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. Oh.
Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out. A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. Nice counter by Cena. Clothesline, so effective. Indy counters.
Near the end of the count. Better hurry.
And he comes in under the ropes now. Going outside. What's he got planned here? Just like that, Cena gets intercepted. Oh, man. Oh, man, taking it to the trachea. Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm. Spinning heel kick. Time for him to get back to the ring.
No one wants a count out here.
And now he's back into the ring. He gets back in right before the count. And saw what was coming there. And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
Just punishing. their opponent.
Momentum fully shifted to Umaga.
Cena having trouble getting his bearings.
And come on now. Distasteful offense we've just witnessed. Reverse STO.
Oh no, I think that one busted up Cena's face.
Sent right into the corner.
And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant. Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Pulls their opponent in, belly to belly. Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows.
Cena, look at this power onto his shoulders. Attitude adjustment.
That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
He is locked in and it has his opponent dead to rights. Predicted what was coming.
This'll do it. Umaga, Samoan spike. We might see a new champion crowned.
New champion, an undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion,
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE champ.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
Two roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akon and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look intimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
We got 3-minute warning and the Authors of Pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another.
Just punishing their opponent.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure with the cover. He's going for it. And fends off the pinfall.
Trying to make short order of things there.
Let's hope this thing doesn't get any closer to us.
Hoping's a good start, but we might be better off just backing up now.
Many would call the eight. And here we go.
Single leg Boston Crab, and it's in deep.
He's in a bad position.
Gotta find a way out of the single leg Boston Crab.
Oh, wow, look at this incredible effort to get out.
Big back body drop. One elevation. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are... nice scoop. All right, time for us to clear the way.
Already ahead of you. Gonna take a lot more than that to keep this man down.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
He's got his hands on a sledgehammer. Total chaos is about to be unleashed.
Oh, a sledgehammer to the midsection will knock the wind out of him.
And that'll take a bit of the fight out of him.
Yeah, Rosie looks confident going on the attack. Oh, no. Driving down with the sledgehammer.
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Rezar representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the...
Out the way. AOP might have just passed their final estimate.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome...
From the top!
Diving headbutt!
Did you guys feel the rumble from that impact?
AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents. But I'm not sure AOP's ready for the pure chaos that is 3-minute warning. That ability to be totally unpredictable could play in 3-minute warning's favor.
Interesting point, Corey. AOP likes to slowly grind their opponents into dust, but 3-minute warning are always looking for a quick, dominant win. And a well-timed counter. Watching the hardcore style of 3-minute warning, both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected. Incoming!
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
Oh, wow. Things are about to get very interesting and dangerous. The action spilling up.
What's he planning to do here? Roll him out and belly super.
And now looking to get locked in. Pain just painted all across.
Gotta find a way out of a single leg Boston Crab. Oh, wow, look at this incredible effort to get out.
Getting tossed.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a loop on the top.
Driving down with the axe handle. DDT! And that shot just busted him open. Blood flowing now. Oh! Wrench in the arm. Boom! Clothesline.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Ooh, clothesline delivered. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't...
From the top, all the way to the outside.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Climbing up the turnbuckle here.
From the top.
Look out below!
The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
Oof! Bam!
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
Razor cuts him off. Brought back into the ring from the floor now. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
About to introduce some metal into the mayhem in the form of the trash can.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
That's it. 3-minute warning or
Going for the cover. Keeps his team alive. What a save.
What a headbutt.
Vicious. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Oh no, Corey, the table's just been set up.
This is too far. The table. Devastating. There's got to be something wrong with you. Putting your opponent through a flaming table like that.
I still can't believe what we saw. I still smell the burning.
First up top.
a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations. Oh my gosh, what impact! He's doing some dangerous redecorating. I think the table really ties it all together.
Lifted up. What's next?
Oh my heavens. We just saw a human split in half.
Paul Parham locked in. Death Valley driver. Directly into the cover.
The damage is done.
Setting up for something here. Now bringing the fight back into the ring. Oh, ram face first. Oh, what a DDT. Wow. Body slam. Headbutt to the back of the neck. Oh, what a chancery. He counters with a great reversal.
Being stalked, being measured, and clueless to it all.
Backhanded.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment. I can't see this going on much longer.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary plays.
This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
Blast off! Oh, what a splash! 3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
It could be all over. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, are you nervous about this? She said, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history.
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you can feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There is a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina!
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella!
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Here. She decides to just let go, but why let go of the submission?
Not a strategy we often expect to see.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. Reaching for the prize.
Looks like scaling the ladder was the easy part of the job. Unhooking the prize is the big challenge.
No safe haven in this match. These rivals can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Look at this. This can't be good. That attack might have diminished Charlotte's sense of superiority.
That unelectric drive of Becky just paid off.
She had a lot thrown her way already.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it. Oh, German! Look at this, just stop after stop after stop.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalia, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the top. From all the way up, wasted no time, flying out to the floor.
Throws her back in from ringside. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. She's reaching up and trying to unhook it as fast as she can.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands. Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight. Suplex. Big boot to the gut and a thunderous forearm to follow.
Taking this thing out onto the floor now.
I love it. Carmella just humiliating her opponent now. Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my God, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
Boom! What a headbutt!
Hey, don't come over here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll stop him. And a series of vicious stomps.
She's looking winded now.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down.
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalia, making sure the veteran won't have the...
Becky Lynch got her locked in. Submission move. The disarmer here. Disarmer by Lynch.
Just looking to do some damage. This hold can't even decide the match. She's gone.
And she lets go of the hold.
Maybe she didn't like the leverage or grip she had on that submission, Cole. High risk incoming from the top of the...
Oh, my. Good God. What just happened?
How crazy do you have to be to leap from the ladder like that?
Forearm to the face.
Oh, nothing fancy about that.
Now bringing her fury to ringside.
Oh, come on. This is just ridiculous now. Pay attention to your opponent.
Coming down with a leg drop.
And now applying extra pressure. This is agonizing. Insult to your injury.
Oh, yeah.
could be the beginning of the end. Sharpshooter applied. Submission locked in, but remember, a tap out here decides nothing. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank? Just defiantly fighting off her opponent.
Very unique escape to fight her way out of the sharpshooter. And targeting the leg there.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Natalya knows exactly what she's doing, and it is not good for her opponent.
Up and all the way down, fall away slam. A nice kip up.
Just thrown away.
She's in a very tough position.
Yeah, she is really looking out of sorts here. And that's a well-targeted attack to the body.
Gets lifted into position.
Targeting the throat there.
And she re-enters the ring.
Natalya with natty by nature.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
She was ready with the counter. Jaw-shattering good. And the fight keeps being brought to Natalya.
Natalya might need to find space to regroup.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Oh, into the throat. Stiff headbutt. You can almost see the gears turning in their head as they set up the table. And she's out of the ring. Remember, no countouts in this one.
Chucked right out of the ring.
And this one could be moving to ringside.
She continues to fight off her opponent. Ooh, that was just disrespectful.
Good God. And with absolutely no regard for her well-being, she just put her through a table.
Complete and utter chaos in this women's matchup.
Tamina sidesteps that. Big time clothesline.
Good grief.
And that's some late match offense from Tamina.
In the back of Tamina's mind, she has to be thinking about ending this.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it. Ooh, a direct headshot. Just sickening.
And there's more damage getting piled on to Charlotte.
The Queen is dealing with a serious threat to her throne here.
Someone call a dentist. Yikes. Really wrong with that. Trying to string together as many hits with that weapon as possible.
The boat, Natalya, doing what she does best. Sharpshooter applied.
Flair delivering the chop.
Natural selection. The Queen has put an opponent in the dirt, and now the ladder to her throne awaits.
Leaning the ladder against the turnbuckle here.
This can't be good. Very unique escape to fight her way out of the sharpshooter.
Head scattered. Neck and catapult. Right to the kidneys from behind.
Dodge is out of the way.
So much damage has been done to the body. I don't think this can carry on.
Yeah, I know this is about honor, but you have to think about your health, too.
This arena is roaring.
I think the desk is shaking. Targeting the arm now.
Looks like she wants to take things to the floor here.
The Queen looking disgusted to be in the ring with her opposition now.
Down on the top. The ladder being placed deliberately here.
Yeah, with deliberately bad intentions.
Rung after rung. Up the ladder here. Kick from behind. Ouch. Boom.
Becky looks lost out there. It could be the end for her soon. Carmella with a super kick. Becky's hope to reclaim her women's championship is looking a whole lot bleaker now.
This has been an epic encounter.
These fans are sending the decibel level off the scale.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
Full focus on obtaining the ball.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
Now Natalya sent to the outside with authority. And she's fine taking this to the outside. Back into the ring here. Here we go. DDT. Fight. She's leaning the ladder in the corner. I've never seen anything good come out of this. Well, there she goes.
Things are heading ringside now. Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? That was a powerful punch. It's a long way down. She takes this fight up in the air, refusing to back down. With action spilling in our direction.
Up and over, all the way to the floor. This might be their gear at the end.
Manhandle slam.
Becky is setting up the ladder. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
She releases the hold.
No harm in changing things up if a submission isn't working.
Oh, this is Natalya's wheelhouse.
The Hart family legacy lives on. Sharpshooter applied.
She might want to tap here. Maybe.
And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her.
Setting up the ladder, center of the ring.
Definitely the spot you want to put it. Ooh, brutal forearm.
Taking steps toward the top rope.
She sees her rising to her feet. This is her opportunity.
From way up.
Each counter leaving these competitors on a stalemate.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
I assure you, this is even harder than it looks.
Try not to fumble around too much here.
This has got to be it.
Victory is inevitable.
Oh, fellas, we are looking at a mounted thrashing here. My favorite kind of thrashing, Cole. Beautiful hip toss.
Oh, incredible sit-up mat slam. Climbing up, she got something big planned here.
She's coming to, and she's not going to like what comes next.
Up high.
Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. She's headed outside now.
I wonder what her game plan is.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
And here we go, returning to the ring. Trying to grab it.
Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it.
Tamina is so close to victory now.
Could this be her moment? Up there in this moment, this ladder match is
Carmella with a super kick. Natalya's night could have just ended right there. She might not be in any condition to climb a ladder.
She's reaching for it.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous four-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the four-time tag team champions?
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing two super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens. I'm loving this matchup. The best teams around facing off for the titles.
The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, we talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE. This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unmatched
for the title. New champ.
shoulder up seemed to be pretty easy.
And of course, kendo sticks are always under the ring in the event of any rogue ninja attacks.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Uppercut! Man, the champion hammered away at.
Yeah, and Jay had him well measured.
Returning back to the ring.
Ooh, stiff punch.
And some effective offense with that one. And the Usos' confidence got a bit shaken there.
Yeah, it looks like the New Day was able to catch them by surprise.
The Usos have had such a back and forth.
Their champion doing everything to retain here.
He gets an emphatic kick out.
He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet.
Picture perfect drop kick. And able to beat Woods to the punch.
Bang! Never saw it coming.
Oh, champ is in agony here.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke. Brutality.
Turns it around. Boy, a few
Title in the balance with the pin.
Pin attempt broken up. Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring.
What a head fight.
Vicious.
Uso.
Splash!
Will that be enough to win the titles?
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
The champ struggling to stay on the defensive there.
This is how it goes in Hell in a Cell. The match keeps going whether you can handle it or not.
Cuts the attack off. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell. The shoulders are down. To retain. Fights the shoulder up and one.
These one counts are going to get harder and harder to kick out of.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Elbow nailed it. Jimmy on his way to the top rope. Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell. And Jey Uso sent outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your cover.
We're going to shut this down.
And a kick out right away.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
I guarantee that chair is not going to be used as it was designed for.
He's making his intentions known to everyone in the arena.
He'll make his way to the ring. Oh, getting smacked in the head with a chair.
Big E able to get out of the way.
These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals.
And an uppercut. The champion taking a task here.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP. Narrowly escaping there. Talking to Xavier, he told me that one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in
WWE. Championship on the line. He breaks the ref's count after one.
Not quite enough to put him away.
Launched with a belly-to-belly. Using the elbow to escape the attack.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Top rope.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Innovative offense from the Usos. Could end it all right here. Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment.
Going to the top rope. What's his plan?
Snap suplex.
Xavier Woods walking the top rope.
The champ goes for the cover. The New Day retain the title.
Here are your winners, and still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
We saw these two teams tap into their deepest, darkest, most evil parts of their personality just to survive. And in the end, the New Day would survive and retain their SmackDown Tag Team titles.
We know the pride that both teams compete with. And after tonight, there is no man that deserves to hang their head in shame. What a battle.